Fitz returns to Buckkeep, believing he can finally choose his own life. Instead, the kingdom closes around him. This is an anime-style summary of the first half of Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb, the second book in the Farseer Trilogy, and one of the stories that made me fall in love with fantasy as a kid. If you have not seen the earlier videos covering Assassin's Apprentice, I will link them in the description. Also, if you enjoy these videos, like and subscribe to support the channel. With that out of the way, let's get into it. Regal's poison is still in him. Deadroot left his body weak, his balance unreliable, his hands prone to shaking when he forces himself too hard, and his mind vulnerable to sudden blank stretches and seizures he cannot predict. Verity gets him back up the winter road anyway, because hiding does not matter if the coast is burning. Buckkeep looks the same from afar, a stone fortress above a gray sea. But the closer Fitz gets, the more it feels different, cleaner, sharper, more guarded. Inside, he notices racks of polished blades where there used to be clutter and neglect. And the first man who truly sees him again is not a friend, but a guard doing his duty. "Anything critical to report, Fitz?" Fitz answers, "Only that I am back." That is the problem. Fitz is back. He wants to be nothing, to live quietly, to heal, to stop being used. He tells himself he will not be dragged into court webs again. But Buckkeep is a knot of duty and fear now, and he is tied into it whether he likes it or not. Verity is king in waiting, but he is not living like a man who expects to inherit a throne. He is spending himself on the coast, reaching out with the skill again and again to sense the red ships, to warn, to push back, to hold together a kingdom that keeps tearing at the seams. He is exhausted, fraying, and still he keeps doing it, because no one else can. Ketrican is Verity's new queen, and she should have arrived into celebration and security. Instead, she arrived into a keep full of secrets, a husband who is half absent even when he stands in front of her, and a court that watches her like a stranger. She tries to do what she can control: order, training, the keep itself. And Fitz sees the results in small, relentless changes that say, "We are at war, even at home." King Shrewd is still on the throne, but he is not well. The illness that has been gnawing at him has deepened. He clings to his authority with stubborn will, but pain and fatigue stalk him, and the court can smell weakness like blood in water. And Regal is waiting. He smiles, he flatters, he plays at loyalty. But everything in him is hunger for the crown, and he has not stopped trying to remove anyone between him and power. Fitz's only refuge, the only place that feels like a real life, is Molly. Molly did not stay safe while Fitz was gone. Her father died, and his debts crushed what little security she had. She is no longer the independent girl in Buckkeep Town. She is pulled into the keep itself, working as a servant, in blue skirts and a cap, moving quietly through halls where the wrong glance can make you a target. When Fitz finds her again, it is relief so sharp it hurts. And for a short time, they stop pretending. Fitz admits what he has been holding back for too long. Molly admits it back. They love each other, and for a handful of stolen moments, they act like love could be enough to protect them. Then Fitz does the right thing. He goes to King Shrewd and asks permission to marry her. Shrewd does not soften. He does not pretend Fitz is a free man. He reminds him, brutally, of what Fitz is: a royal bastard shaped into a tool. Then he tells Fitz the plan that has already been decided for him. Fitz will not marry Molly. Fitz will be used to bind alliances. Shrewd speaks of marrying Fitz to Celerity, Duke Brondy's daughter, and of smoothing Fitz into a courtly man fit to be displayed and deployed. Fitz leaves that audience with the truth carved into him. Even when he asks like a son, he is answered like a weapon. So Fitz and Molly go underground. No public courtship, no promises anyone else can hear, no future they can claim out loud. Their love becomes another secret Fitz must carry, and secrets are heavy when you already live under a pile of them. Because Fitz is not only hiding Molly, Fitz is also hiding the wit. He is careful, too careful. He locks his mind down, builds barriers and habits of thought meant to keep Regal's people, and especially Will, from sniffing out what Fitz is. He cannot afford one more vulnerability. And then the kingdom gives him a new duty that poisons him from the inside out. Forged ones begin to appear around Buckkeep. Men and women who should be human, but are not. Hollowed out, stripped of themselves, driven by appetite and violence. They drift toward the keep like wolves toward a wounded deer, and every day that they are not stopped is another day the people of the Six Duchies see proof that their rulers cannot protect them. Verity gives Fitz the task no one else can be seen doing. Hunt them, quietly, permanently. Fitz does not want it. He is already killed for the throne. He has already seen what it turns him into. But Verity is fighting a war on the coasts with his mind and his life, and he needs this handled. Fitz obeys. So Fitz becomes a shadow again. He rides out under cover of ordinary errands. He listens to reports. He follows rumors of a stranger with dead eyes, of a family found torn apart, of a lone traveler who does not speak but smiles when he sees blood. He finds them in barns and alleys, on roadsides, in lonely places where no one will hear the struggle. And he kills them. Not like a soldier, not like a hero, like a man doing the job he was made for and hating himself for doing it well. It would break him faster if he were truly alone. But Fitz makes a decision that he knows Burrich would call filth. He buys a wolf cub. It is winter, and the roads are slick, and he carries the cage up the steep way toward Buckkeep, stopping again and again because his poisoned body trembles under the strain. He tells himself he is not going to bond. He tells himself he is only going to feed the cub, heal it, and turn it loose somewhere far away. But he is lying to himself even as he says it. The cub is not tame. It is all teeth and fear and fury. Fitz opens the cage and the cub comes for his throat. Fitz survives because he has wrestled animals his whole life, because he is faster than he should be, because pain is familiar to him, and because the wit is there, reaching between them whether Fitz wants it or not. Fitz hides the cub in a disused cottage behind the granaries. He steals scraps, bones, crusts. He sneaks straw and even an old horse blanket away, taking different routes each day so no trail forms. He does all of it with a constant tight fear in his gut, because if Burrich even suspects Fitz has returned to the wit, Burrich will cut him off again without hesitation. The cub waits for him anyway, not just for food, for him. And Fitz feels the truth he does not want to admit. He could no more walk away from this creature than he could walk away from a starved child in a cage. The bond forms in small, brutal steps. Hunger, warmth, wounds cleaned, shared fear, shared rage, and soon, shared hunts. When Fitz goes out to kill forged ones, the cub is there in his mind like a second heartbeat. Sometimes in his boots, tracking at his heel. Sometimes in the dark beyond his sight, circling. Until one night the hunt turns into a fight Fitz is not winning. Forged ones are not normal men. They do not stop. They do not flinch. They do not fear death. Fitz is being throttled, his vision shrinking, and then he hears it in his head, fierce and immediate. Brother. The wolf hits the fight like a battering ram, teeth tearing, weight slamming bodies into snow. Fitz survives because the cub chooses him, because the cub throws itself into blades and hands and death, to get those hands off Fitz's throat. Afterward, Fitz sits in the snow trying not to vomit, trying not to remember what it felt like to kill with his mouth, because the bond makes everything bleed together. He turns to the wolf and calls him what he has been calling him: Cub. The wolf corrects him. Nighteyes, he says. My mother named me Nighteyes. I was the last of my litter to get my eyes open. It is not Fitz naming the wolf. It is the wolf giving Fitz his true name. Trust offered as a fact. Pack claimed without permission. And Fitz, who has been used and ordered and owned his whole life, finds himself bound to something that chose him. That bond gives him strength, and it also makes him more dangerous, because it makes him easier to expose. He has to keep the wolf hidden. He has to keep his mind guarded. He has to keep functioning at court as if nothing has changed. He has to sit in skill lessons and duties in formal halls, while part of him is always listening for a low growl in the back of his skull. And through all of this, he is trying to hold on to Molly. But duty eats time. Secrecy eats peace. And Fitz is not built to give Molly what she deserves: safety, honesty, a future in the sunlight. When Molly finally breaks, she does not do it with drama. She does it with clarity. There is another in my life now, she tells Fitz. For the sake of that one, I am going away. Fitz panics, not because he thinks she has betrayed him, but because he knows what this means. She is choosing survival. She is choosing to get out before Fitz's enemies use her like a lever. So Fitz does what he always does when he is cornered. He offers truth, like it is a bargaining chip. He tells her what he is. Not just a servant, not just a bastard, not just a man who runs errands for the king. He tells her he is a king's man, a secret blade, the thing shrewd keeps hidden behind smiles and law. He thinks that if Molly understands, she will stay. Instead, Molly looks at him like she does not know him, because she did not fall in love with an assassin. She fell in love with a man who made candles with her father, who laughed in a small kitchen, who looked at her like she was real in a world that kept turning people into tools. And now Fitz has admitted that the tool is not only what he does, it is what he is. So Molly leaves, and Fitz stands there with the truth he cannot escape. Everything he loves is either forbidden to him, or endangered by him, or both. He has lost Molly. He is losing himself. And tomorrow, he will still have to wake up, walk out into the cold, and hunt the broken souls the raiders leave behind. Because Verity needs him, Shrewd needs him, and the kingdom is bleeding from the edges inward. And FitzChivalry has always been the thing they use to plug the wound.